Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So we are in the new season, which means we have to climb our way back up in Supreme Arena, and ideally you will do this on day 1 so you can get your daily rewards kicked off with a really good start. So the important thing is when you're climbing the ladder, you just want to try to attack the highest rated opponent as possible, because that is going to allow you in the fewest number of attacks to make it into the top ranking divisions. The challengers are bots and they're overall pretty easy as long as you've leveled up. Like if you watch my video I uploaded right before this about how to get a good head start in the season, if you watch that video and you follow those tips, you should be leveling up and you should have no trouble here. Okay, so I have a set of free-to-play teams, which we're going to be running today. So we have a Pandora Tossie team for team number 1 with Iron and Almas. We have the Iron to take a Lily May interruption, allowing Tossie to freely go off with the Mana Wake spell. The other team too is the Turtle Shmira comp, but free-to-play version with Damon buffing, Ludovic healing, overall effective. And then finally, team number 3 is going to be a Ravion, Siren, Galahad team kind of hybrid. Hopefully the damage is going to be enough for this team to also pop off. So we're going to be running this team, and I'll have the formation ID. You guys can copy it down as well. If you don't have any of these artifacts unlocked, you can replace for things like confining spell is always a good option, and for some teams enlightening spell can also work, but for this team we are going to go for the Mana Wake spell. Okay, so if the opponents you're facing are not too over leveled, you're going to destroy them. It's like not even going to be a contest at all. The only time it gets a bit challenging is when the opponents are around 70 or 80 levels higher than what your team is. But like this first challenger we have, they're only level 280 and we're actually 295. Now, of course, free-to-play players are not going to be at 295 so quickly, but you should still be around 280 or so, and that should be more than easy enough for you to clear these challenger opponents. So we're going to go ahead. That is going to be team number 1. And you will want to use your refreshes when you're looking for an opponent, trying to find the strongest ranking opponent you possibly can. One idea I like to use is if you look at this is like 6 random offerings that are within your range. The highest is 3,549. So if I get a 3,500 or even higher rank than that offered, I'm definitely going to take it. So 3,573, I think we can use a few refreshes. We have 5 in total, but the problem is whenever you use a refresh, there's a chance that it ends up being worse. But there we go. We got something even better than the 6 which were handed to us, so we're going to go ahead and attack in. So that's basically the strategy I use. And again, these opponents also really easy. 290 are not going to be strong enough. They're not going to put up any fight until literally they are 60 to 70 levels higher than your team, so you don't have to really worry about that. Okay, so the first team should be effective with Pandora. Tossie will clean up. The team number 2 is really strong because you have just the sustain on the team, and Shmira eventually is going to go off and then kill the entire enemy team. And team number 3 is the one I'm maybe the most unsure about. We have Sigmund just to kind of tank the opponents, and we're trying to just, cast our ultimates as quickly as we can. Siren, Rowan, Hugin, Gala, they're all going to get their ultimate off soon into the match. And there we go. We're going to go up to 3,457. If you see the offerings here, the highest is 3,070. So I'm going to look for a sub 3,000. If we can get into 2,900 territory, that would be amazing. Okay, great. We got a 2,970. Now, of course, you can keep refreshing. If you get lucky, you could maybe even hit a 2,500, 2,500. But from my own experience, is better to play it safe rather than risky, because even if you play it safe like this, trying to always hit a better offering than what those 6 presented to you are, you should be good enough if you use your additional attacks to actually make it into the top 20, which is like, that's all you need for your maximum rewards. Top 5, it doesn't really matter. That's just for that bit of bonus points for getting the frame quicker. And honestly, these days, no one really cares about those frames anymore. Because there's so many frames to choose from that no one honestly really even cares about that. So the cap in terms of actual rewards are the top 20. Okay, so now we're going to begin using diamonds. You're going to have to use diamonds, but it will be worth it because we are going to climb up to a high ranking position. If you see here, 2,476. So I'm looking for a sub 2,500. I think I probably will refresh until we hit it. 2,524 is not bad, but like if we get lucky, we should be able to get sub 2,400, but we might end up, there we go. We got 2,492. Great. And now when we look at the levels here, still no issue at all. Level 299 to 300. I mean, as long as you have the heroes, I'm recommending this free-to-play team. If you have them, even at Supreme Plus, and you did the tips we talked about for leveling up, and your whole resonating level is like 280 or above, you're going to have no trouble defeating all of these opponents. There's going to be no issue at all. And you can even set these teams as your defense, because overall I think they're pretty effective. They should work out pretty well in this first week. But I probably will make a dedicated video with free-to-play and pay-to-win teams maybe tomorrow or something, because there's a lot of content to talk about today. And actually I am a bit under the weather today. But I mean, this is the worst day for me to be not feeling great, because there's so much content that comes out on the new season day. Okay, so the highest rank here is 2,100. Like, I mean, it would be ideal to get in the top 2,000 here. I might look for a bit, but I might settle for 2,000. Okay, 2001. Now, the thing is here, I mean, that is pretty good overall. Of course, there's a chance that we can get into sub 2,000 as well, but there's also a chance that we don't hit anything better. I think I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take the 2001. Now, I don't know if this is actually a fact or not, but from my experience, or it might honestly just be a conspiracy theory, or like, you know, in a subjective feeling, not an actual objective fact. But I feel like if you don't make it into that next bracket, like, you know, we're in 2001. So I was a bit reluctant, because I feel like you will get a better offering when you're in like 1,999 rather than 2001, because I think they're considered different brackets. But I guess we can try to prove that today. Honestly, I think this is probably false, what I'm feeling right now, but let's see what happens. So we get down to a 1,500. Yeah, I mean, if we get offered a 1,500, I will take it, or sub 1,500 would be even better. So hopefully 1,542, I mean, it is pretty good. It is pretty good, but I think we have 4 refreshes. I think we can go a bit more aggressive. 1,589, not good. 1,584, okay, maybe we should have taken that 1,549, but I mean, yeah, sometimes it's going to backfire. I mean, the 1,549 was pretty tempting. 1,546, okay, so we do end up actually with a slightly better option, but it's basically identical between the two. And still, these opponents very easy. Level 300, like, because they don't even have Mythic Plus upgrades on these heroes, like, literally, even if they're 60 levels up, you're still going to be clearing them, no problem. And so, honestly, you could probably throw together any random team and probably get it done. But these teams, I think, are effective, and you can also set them as your defense. So, yeah, and don't worry about your Phantom levels. You guys are seeing I'm running all of these teams with level 1 Phantom. That doesn't really matter. In the early parts of a new season, you don't really even need to worry about the Phantom. It's just about running solid PvP heroes together in a team which, like, you know, they synergize with. Okay, so now we are up into the top, almost top 1,500. 9 attacks left to go. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, 1,269. If we look at the offerings here, 1,175 is the highest. Like, okay, if we can get sub 1,100, I think that would be great. Getting a lot of 1,200s offered. Yeah, the problem is when you get to this kind of breakpoint around this level, you can get really lucky, and we could get offered like a sub 1,000 as well, or you could just get kind of average or unlucky, and you're just going to get offered 1,200. But I think we need to go more. We need to keep refreshing. 1,332 is pretty bad. 1,241. I mean, this is technically the best we've been offered. Like, obviously, there's a potential to get better if we get luckier, but I think I'm just going to take it. And like I said, if you do play on the cautious side like this, it should be enough. You might have to use each and every, even your last attack, but it should be enough to get into the top 20. So that's why I am going to maybe play it on the more conservative side rather than gambling. But we will see. Okay. So yeah, and all it really takes is to get lucky on a couple of the matchmakings, and you are going to have no problem getting into that top ranking position. So let's go ahead, skip this battle right here. Okay, so we are rank 1,241. I think we have 8 attacks left. Potentially we have 7. No, we have 8 attacks left. Okay. Highest 858. That would be great. I mean, if we hit an 858, I'll probably just take it. I think that's really good. Okay, I definitely want to sub 1,000. 862. We're gonna take it, because I don't know. Like, honestly, we could just end up, you know, with a 1,000 here, which would not be good. At least we're breaking into the top 1,000 off of this one. Then we're gonna have 7 attacks left. The opponents still seem to be very weak overall. So you're going to be fine with a team like this. And really using Iron in the early game when with a Pandora team, it has a lot of synergy, because Iron will take the enemy Lily May. So Lily May will not be able to counter your Pandora combo. I mean, technically they still can with Pandora Lily May of their own, but it's harder to counter. And yeah, and some people don't know about that tech strategy. Okay, so we're looking pretty good right now. Let's see what's going on. So 862. Oh, I mean, if we get top 500, I'll be so happy. Yeah, 472. I want to get a top 500 right now. I'm gonna try to refresh Maybe oh, no, keep getting 550. Okay, great. We got 483. We're in the top 500 now. The opponents are still low level. Level 309, that is no problem. Like, even if you were at the starting level for the season, 241, you're going to be fine to, most likely fine to defeat these 309 opponents. So if you level up at all, do any of your progression for the day, you're going to easily be able to clear through all of this. But hopefully you guys did follow my tips about changing the calculation time of Supreme Arena to UTC 24. It just gives you that more flexibility, more time, basically an extra 12 hours in the day to do your Supreme Arena attacks. Like, and for busy people, that's really important because then you have up until the upcoming reset to actually rank up in Supreme Arena for your daily rewards. So that's what I did as well, and yeah, it is going to benefit me too. Okay, so 483, but now the thing is, the offerings are going to be substantially lower. Like, look at the 334. You might only go up by 100 positions in your one attack. We still have 6 attacks left. I mean, 365, 300. I think we can refresh a few more times. 334 was the highest, or yeah, highest rank that we were offered right here. 378. I don't know. I mean, should we keep going? 343. We'll take it. We'll take 343. Okay, so we're up to 343. It's always stressful at the end. I think overall we did pretty well. Like, I don't, like, the only mistakes you can actually analyze are when you got a bit too greedy and you refreshed and you ended up losing an offering. So, and I think we didn't do that too much. I think we played on the conservative side, and hopefully it should be enough. Okay, so 343. And I mean, worst case, even if we're in the top 50, it's still going to be high rewards, but yeah, everyone wants to get that top 20 position, if possible. But then also the problem is we might face actual opponents, and we don't want to derank other opponents either, because they've worked hard to get their position. Okay, yeah, we're going to use the diamonds, because getting these extra daily rewards is definitely worth it, even though there's a lot of diamonds, right? Okay, so 246 is not bad. Honestly, 246 is not bad, because if we go at this rate, we will have another 4, right? And if we go up to 246, and then we have another 4 after that. Then we go like 146... 80, 50, 20. It should be enough, honestly. I think it might be enough. So I'm just going to take the 246. It seems like a pretty good number. It is better than any of those 6 initial offerings that we saw. So that's how I kind of judge it. And so I think we should still be on track. We might have to use each and every one of our 4 attacks, but if we get it cleared in the end, it will be good. So hopefully we can make it happen. Otherwise, just bad luck, and there's not much you can do. And yeah, so don't beat yourself up about it if you got bad luck and you were unable to make it into the top ranking, like the highest rank you wanted. But if you follow this strategy, you should at least be ranking in top 50, even if your luck is bad. Okay, so 105. Whoa, there's 105 here. So we can actually get into the close to top 100. I'm going to refresh looking for that. Okay, 168, not good. 130. I mean, 130, like, this is the part where, like, it could really pay off if we refresh a few more times. However, it could also backfire. Like, if we hit a 160 to 130, that's already a 30 gap, right? We're gonna have 3 attacks left. This is actually, I think this is the toughest decision. This might actually be the toughest decision for me. 130, or do we keep going? If we keep going, get another extra 30. But then we could lose a 30. So, like, if we do 130 now, let's say we do another, let's say 90 on the next attack, and then let's say we do 60. Like, let's say we keep going by 30s or 40s, which is, like, we should do better than that, but let's say we do that. Then, I might be a little bit shy. Okay, oh no, but if we hit a 160 here, it's going to be really bad. So I think I'm going to take the 130. I think I'm going to take the 130, because if we get stuck with the 160 here, it might just, like, make it very unlikely for us to hit the top 50. So I think, yeah, I mean, maybe, again, this is too conservative, but I like to err on the side of caution generally, because it's basically guaranteeing we're definitely going to be top 50, and I still think there's a good enough chance for top 20 from this position. So hopefully we can get it done. Okay. Yeah, and also, by the way, these free-to-play teams, I tried to construct teams which are going to use your Paragon upgraded heroes, because generally, these are going to be the heroes you have more Paragon upgraded, and so, of course, you're going to be better off. Okay, 88, so now we're really kind of, yeah, maybe I should have refreshed for 100, because now the gains are really low, and we have 3 attacks left. Okay, if we get a top 80, I'll still be happy. Top 92. Top 92. I mean, that's still the top 100. Oh, I think I take it. I think I take it. I think potentially the attack we just did, maybe I was way too cautious by taking 130. We could have maybe refreshed and gone, obviously we could have refreshed and got 100 and would have been amazing. But I was worried because, I mean, we had 3 refreshes left, so you should be at least able to break even. But like, if we just kept hitting 160s, it would be pretty bad. I don't know though. Maybe I think I should have been a bit more aggressive on the previous one. But hopefully it doesn't cost us. We still will have 2 attacks left. After this, so the next attack needs to bring us to top 50, and then the final attack needs to take us to top 20, and then we're going to look in a good position. So hopefully that's all that we can do. That's all I'm really hoping for, and we have 2 attacks left. Oh, top 69, not even any top 50s offered here. Oh no, it might be... Yeah, I think... Okay, I think we're going to be stuck. We're probably going to be stuck. I mean, top 67 is the best. Yeah, I think we got stuck. We probably should have refreshed more aggressively on 130. Like, and hit a 100. I think that was needed in order to squeeze out a top 20. I mean, from this position, technically it's possible. I don't know the exact ranges. Actually, it might not be possible. I think we're guaranteed top 50, but I think top 20 might be out of reach. We should have went more aggressive on the 130, I think. And then we probably would be in a better shape, or at least have a chance of top 20. But now I think it is over. We're going to be probably capped at top 50. And unfortunately, you can't buy any more Supreme Arena attacks. But look at this. Only 311 as the opponent's levels. So that's no issue at all. Yeah, so we're going to get top 50. But, I mean, it isn't exactly where we want to be. If we look at the daily rewards, the difference between top 50 and top 20, like, it doesn't, at least it doesn't change the season EXP Hourglass, which is arguably the most important resource here. You're going to lose a bit of Twilight, a bit of Diamonds, but honestly, I think we're still fine. If we get top 50, I'm still happy with this. So we'll just aim for top 50 right now. We got a 49, but it's a guild member, so I don't want to attack a guild member. Okay, I think, so top 50, if we are exactly rank 50, we're going to get the higher tier. So we're just going to go for it. There's no reason to go higher. I think it's basically impossible to hit a top 20 from here. Yeah, we need it to be we need to basically save one of our iterations. And so after doing all of this, we are going to be, yeah, just top 50. But, I mean, top 50 is still good. So hopefully this video is helpful and it will help you rank up and get a high daily ranking reward in Supreme Arena for the first day. And of course, tomorrow you can climb up to the position that you belong at because, yeah, then RNG will not be a factor. It will just come down to the strength of your account, the strength of your teams. So anyway, guys, hopefully this is helpful. If you have any other tips you would like to share for others for Supreme Arena, or even when to refresh your list and when to not, obviously those tips are really important and they can help people out. Anyway, okay, so now we finally got this EXP. This is what I was looking for because we did 7 of our regular arena attacks, and now we've done our Supreme Arena attacks. So you're going to get to that final level of the Noble Path, and that EXP is going to be helpful to level up your heroes because, like, for Dream Realm, I'm probably going to level up like a few heroes to level 300. I don't know if I can get them all to 300 across the board because that will unlock another artifact level. I think it might be just out of reach for this initial day of the season. So I don't know what I'm doing yet about that. But anyway, guys, that's basically going to be it for this video. Hopefully it's helpful. Good luck in your ranking. And if you have any other tips, feel free to share them in the comment section. But thank you guys all so much for watching. That's going to be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment. And you can actually bookmark this link in your browser. And whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.